When I was in Anderson, so Anderson, Indiana used to have most of the big GM plants. And then Clinton gave the gift of NAFTA to the American working class, and GM hightailed it down to Monterrey, Mexico, where they pay workers without any benefits or job security $3 an hour. So your union salary of $25, and if you were a senior level overtime, you could be making $50 an hour. You had benefits, you had a pension plan, you were medically covered, you were in the UAW, you had job security. It's all vanished. And Anderson went into the kind of tailspin that many deindustrialized pockets of the United States went into, with all of the attendant problems, including, of course, the rise of a casino. Like this whole idea of economic development through gambling. I watched that try to work in Yugoslavia, and it doesn't come to a good end. The idea that you're going to fill state revenue shortfalls with gambling. What was fascinating about Anderson is that most of these old UAW workers voted for Bernie Sanders. But when the general election came around, they voted for Trump because they weren't going to vote for Clinton after NAFTA. They were acutely aware, and perhaps their anger was even greater at the Democratic Party than the Republican Party, because it was the Democratic Party that had betrayed them, that had pretended to fight for their interests and their concerns, that continued to use the feel-your-pain language of traditional liberalism, but had thrust a knife in their back. And that betrayal is very dangerous. It is, Baldwin, when James Baldwin writes about, and one of his essays, he writes about why he thinks African-American middle-aged men don't have a midlife crisis the way white middle-aged men do. He said, because African-American men are not prone to believe in the American dream, given the forms of oppression that mutate and are protean and exist throughout have always existed throughout American history. And I think that there's a certain wisdom in that, that these, of course, the highest, and I write about suicide, the highest percentage of people who commit suicide in this country, which is an epidemic, are middle-aged white men. People who realized that, in fact, the society there is no place for them. That the quote-unquote American dream was a lie.